Okay, everyone, there is a part two to the story. I'm back with part two of the story because, of course, there is a part two. What is the part two? It's not enough to understand, okay, this little girl had these beliefs. This is where they came from. That is why every time I experience luxury, I have another experience either right afterwards or during the time that sort of ruins the experience for me. Okay? That's one part of it. Talking to the inner child every day helps these memories and the child to show you what is bothering her. However, part two is this. The little girl is up on the ladder looking over the wall. The parents are not in the scene. And you, as the person, the version that you are today, the version of yourself that loves you unconditionally, that is strong, that has the tools, that has the understanding of what is going on, she's there. So me, I'm in the scene now, and I put another ladder next to my small version's ladder, and I climb up and I join her. Now you can say all this is happening in your imagination, but your memories, your programming, your beliefs are also in your imagination, in your mind. They're just not in your conscious mind. So now we're going to change that whole story. Part two. I look across at her and I say, hey, how are you doing? And she just briefly looks at me and goes like, yeah, I'm okay, but look how much fun they're having. And I go, all right, would you like to take this wall down? How would you like to not have a wall here? How would you like to have both the gardens connect? How would you like to have your friends from over there be able to come over whenever they want and play with you? And you to be able to go over there and be with them whenever you like. And she looks at me and goes like, wow, that would be amazing. I say, okay, let's do it. The wall disappears. The nicely cut lawn ends at one point. There's a little step. And then it's our mysterious overgrown garden. I say, look, no wall. And she was like, wow. And I say, how would you like to have a beautiful playroom of your own where you have toys and lights and a big window onto the garden and where your friends can come and play with you and maybe even have sleepovers? And she was like, really, that would be incredible. You make it happen. And now the two girls from the neighboring house come to the edge of their garden. I look across and see this beautiful, magical, overgrown garden on the other side. And Sabine, that little version of you, says, come, come. You can come. We'll play together here. Let's play hide and seek. And they play hide and seek. And then my mom shows up and she has a tray with ice creams. And all the kids get an ice cream. There is no separation. There is fun. There is luxury shared. The wall never has to come up again. It's gone. The feeling of not having something is gone. That little emotional child in you has everything because you've given it to her. Your imagination has created the images that she needs. And that is how that story is changed. So now when luxury happens, when you manifest an amazing trip in a business class, you don't follow that right away with a huge amount of frustration and anxiety. You stay on that level because the little girl is at home with comfort, luxury, ease, and having everything she wants. I hope this makes sense to you because this is really how we change our past and create our future. Beautiful Sunday to all of you. Lots of love. I'm going back to mine.